Today, we are breaking down a really sophisticated scam that's targeting people just like you. It's called the cash bag scam. Okay, let's get right to the heart of it, because this is the part that gets people. Scammers can call you, pretend to be your bank, and to prove it, they'll read your own real, recent transactions right back to you. And they use that trust to steal thousands of dollars. You need to know about this. It's called the cash bag scam, and it's happening all the time. I mean, we're talking about bank managers who say they have to stop multiple people from falling for this every single day. So let's make sure you're not one of them. To really see how this thing works, we're going to look at the real-life case of a guy named Moses Harmon. He's a business owner from Tampa, and he came terrifyingly close to losing everything. So for Moses, it all started with a simple text. You've probably seen one just like it. It looks like it was from his bank, Wells Fargo, asking about a huge suspicious charge, $2,800 at a Best Buy. Of course, he texted back no. And that's exactly what the scammers were waiting for. That was the bait. Just a few minutes later, his phone rings. The person on the other end sounds super professional, says they're from the fraud department, and here's how they hook you, how they build that instant trust. They started reading his actual transactions back to him, his mortgage payment, recent purchases he'd actually made. In his mind, there's no doubt, this has to be the bank. I mean, who else would know all that? And once they have that trust, they flip the switch to fear. They hit him with this line: outgoing wires are scheduled to people you don't know. Can you imagine hearing that? It's designed to make you panic, to make you feel desperate for them to solve the problem for you. This is their playbook. This is the core of the scam. They give him these very specific, urgent instructions. 1. Go to your bank branch. 2. Withdraw $15,000 in cash. 3. And this is a huge red flag. They tell him to lie to the teller, to say it's for home renovations. And 4. This part is so important. They tell him to keep his phone on, with them on the line the entire time. So now Moses is at the bank. He's still on the phone with the scammer, totally convinced he's protecting his money. But as he's standing there at the counter, something just starts to feel off. The teller gives him the withdrawal slip. And in this incredible moment of clarity, he just flips it over and writes a desperate little note for the teller to see. I think I'm being scammed. That simple note saved him. The teller saw it and immediately went to get the manager. So the manager comes over, tells him to hang up the phone right now. But then the manager said something that just shows you the insane scale of this problem. He said, we stop 2 to 3 of these a day. Let that sink in. Not a week, not a month. 2 to 3 people every single day walk into just one bank branch, ready to pull out their life savings because of this exact same scam. It's an epidemic. So why does it feel so real? Well, first, caller ID is incredibly easy to fake. It's called spoofing. Second, they get your transaction history from the dark web. They buy your info after data breaches. And third, they coach you with these really believable lies, like the home renovation story, to help you get the money out without raising suspicion.
Okay, so now you know how the scam works. Let's talk about how to defend yourself. We're going to go through 5 huge red flags that should set off alarm bells immediately.
Red flag number 1 is them telling you, stay on the phone with us. A real bank will never ask you to stay on an open line while you're talking to a teller. That's a control tactic, plain and simple. Red flag number 2, withdraw cash to protect your account. You gotta burn this into your brain. Banks do not use cash to secure your money. Your money is safest right where it is, inside the bank's system, not in a bag of cash. All right, here is the biggest, brightest, most obvious red flag of them all. If anyone, for any reason, tells you to lie to a bank employee, it's a scam. 100% of the time, no exceptions, game over. Red flag number 4, never ever trust a phone number that they give you. If they say, oh, just call this number to verify, it's a trap. It's just another one of their own phone lines. And finally, red flag number 5 is that feeling of extreme urgency. They create this sense of panic and chaos so you don't have time to think straight, so you don't call a friend or a family member. Real bank fraud departments are calm and methodical. They don't create panic. Knowing the red flags is one thing, but I want to give you the exact words to say to shut this whole thing down cold. So if you get one of these calls, here's your script. You just say, I'm hanging up. and calling my bank using the number on the back of my card. If this is real, they'll confirm it. And then you hang up. That's it. Don't engage, don't argue, just hang up and call the real number yourself. But what if you're already at the bank, feeling pressured and confused, just like Moses was? You look the teller right in the eye and say, I received a call telling me to withdraw cash to stop fraud. I need you to confirm this. They are trained for exactly this scenario, and they will help you immediately. Okay, let's talk about the worst case scenario. What if you or someone you know has already lost money to this? Time is absolutely critical, but there are things you have to do right away. Here is your emergency plan. First, find your debit card, turn it over, and call the official fraud line on the back immediately. Second, you need to file a police report with every single detail you can remember. And third, if the money was sent as a wire, ask the bank about a wire recall or a trace. I have to be honest though, if you handed over physical cash, it's almost impossible to get back. And that's what brings us to the final, most important point. These scammers, they sound legit, they have your info, and they thrive on panic. So the real question isn't just about you, it's this. Who in your family, your parents, your grandparents, who would trust a professional-sounding bank caller? Please share this with them. It might be the most important conversation you have all year.